somehow, somewhere, I can't find my stuff for my chest wheel drive. Got people hanging out, waiting on me to say something. You know what's that? Everybody what's going on? Oh. I didn't see the car. Bullshit. Wonderful thing we call racing. You got everybody loaded up and ready?
Yeah.
Alright. Turn them and them off. Alright. I don't know, did they do that shit on YouTube too? They turn around and blackball you? Or say that you don't have permission to do it? Alright, so this is the last one I've done. I do one after. I do one after the last race? Okay. So we got to do one over getting ready for this race. So, here's what we're doing. Getting ready for NPKs. We're out. No. That was some good shit, wasn't it? So, I'm trying to get the 5-inch motor back together in the orange car where we had a oil pressure because the Moroso, the pump that I had on only turns at 50%. And it needs to turn at 60, 70%, so Moroso had to build me a special oil pump for it. But it also, last time out, clipped the valves, so I changed the camshaft. I ain't got a lifter, so I changed the camshaft and gonna try something different with it. The reason I'm putting it back together, I still think this 5-inch motor, this 5-inch motor with a 143, which I don't think, I think it performed better with the 136 as the 143 just took so much to drive it. Car went 411. 411, 413, pretty consistently. But we always had a valve clipping issue, and we had the push rod golding issue. So, you know, one of them deals where you slide where I move where I move. So, I am trying to get it back together probably tomorrow. We'll put it on the chassis dyno, and yeah, tomorrow we're gonna put it on the chassis dyno and beat it up. See if I can blow it up so I know I'm just wasting my time, and maybe put my 574 in it or something. I'm trying to get it ready to take it to No Prep Kings, and I'll put somebody else driving it. But what we're doing to Reaper right now, which everybody that, well, if you're on YouTube, then you already know what Reaper did last weekend. We had the issue where it would get out there, and when the second set, when the injectors that are underneath the hat would come on, it would literally flood the motor. Flood it so hard that it'd kill the motor. So, Hogan's is building me an intake, which I kind of dropped on the last minute, and don't know that we're gonna get it in time. So I got my little brother taking the other intake like that one and putting dual injectors in it. So, there's nothing I'm gonna change performance-wise on Reaper, because the car was going sub 160 foots and hauling ass on that shutting off issue. What we're trying to do right now is trying to get weight out of it. And getting weight out of one of these sometimes be pretty damn difficult. Once you get a car to a certain amount of weight, then you got to quit thinking about how can I take pounds out of it and think how can I take ounces. At one time, Reaper with the 756 nitrous motor and 6 stages, 2 nitrous bottles, 15-pound nitrous bottle with me in it was 25.35. Right now it weighs 27. Let's see what it weighs. That's the deal over here. I wrote it on here. 27.30. Right now we're 27.30, and with this particular combination, we can weigh 2,600. So I'm leaving a lot on the table with this deal. So I got Rodney, where what we are doing, and here's how technical we're gonna get with this. Wonder where our other scales are. You seen them, not the car scales, the square ones, Rodney?
I have not.
I'm gonna give everybody a intro. Show them how much difference this shit makes. Where are those other scales? This will be pretty interesting for a lot of you guys. It's probably something you don't really think of very much. But we don't have them. No, you got the other one plugged up? Located? Yeah, located. Okay. You got both of them over there, Rodney? Let me have that blue one.
The blue
Tray. When you get to a certain point on these cars, like I said, you can't look at it as how to take pounds out of it. You gotta look at it as how you can take ounces out. No, the blue one that you got the tire stuff. Yeah, dump it onto this one. Let me see that blue tray. You might be curious to see what this did. So, $1.3 pounds just in the rubber underneath the car from racing. That don't sound like much, but like I said, when you get to a certain point, you have to start looking at ounces. So that's why we're taking, who is that? Because my cell phone just rang. That's it. So, like a little extra brackets and all that stuff. We're changing out the front brakes on the car. It had 4 piston brakes on the front because we run the car on the street and I wanted the extra stopping power. Now we're going back to the single caliper, the little 2 calipers, which, you got that other caliper on?
That one's on over there.
Where? Oh yeah, I hooked the other one. Okay.
No, the new one's on over there. But
Well, here's the way we're starting. We're starting at 27.29, and we're trying to get 129 pounds out of the car, which is going to be extremely hard to do. But I did it once before, just by taking unnecessary little stuff, and you'd be surprised. Show them a bolt. It's not. We change the bolts and the high ends and everything on both cars every year, just for a safety thing. Oh, come back here. I don't know if it can be seen. That shock bolt right there. Right over here. So, oh, see how long that shock bolt is? Believe it or not, when I took all the weight out of the car, I actually went through, and if a bolt was sticking past it, if it was hangover, I cut them off flush. I actually took 6 3/4 pounds out of this car just by cutting off the excess. Monty Smith actually taught me. Every little thing, it all adds up. If we can get this car, the car's running 4.0s at 27.20. If we get 100 pounds out of that car, high ends. And part of that is one of the high ends were actually exploded on the rack. That's why you gotta go over these cars every race and make sure nothing's out of whack, because they actually popped off in a race. That was one of the races I was winning too, wasn't it? That was one we were kicking ass in, and then like the 3rd round or something, it fell off and I didn't have no steering. So, another important thing. but we're gonna try to get 129 pounds out of that car. If we get 129 pounds out of the car, which like I said, is gonna be really tough to do, that's a lot of ounces to come up with 129 pounds. But we're gonna take one little thing at a time, and that's all we're doing to it. We're not changing the setup on the car. I'm doing nothing else to it. Just gonna take weight out of the car. Because that additional weight out of that car will make a world of difference in how it runs. 100 pounds, tenth of a second. And all the mathematicians can correct me on that. But that's about what it is. We get that, we have a 390 capable car, which I feel like at No Prep Kings, in the final, by the semifinals, I think it's gonna take a 380 to win it. Don't know if we got enough car. I don't know if this is enough car. This is the same thing. So as I get the motor back together, I'm gonna scale the car, I'm gonna weigh it, and then I've gotta make a decision. Is it worth racing this motor, which is a 634 5-inch bore space motor, with a 136 versus putting the 574, the backup motor for Reaper in it, and being able to weigh 2,600. I think on this one I gotta weigh 2,700. Is that right? No, that could be 25. That could be 2,500. And we weigh 27. We would be 2,550. And we weigh 27. So we get, believe me, a ton on the table. This car can weigh 2,650, I think, with a 136. And we weigh 20, we're about 80 or 90 pounds over on it, maybe 100. So that's exactly what we're gonna try to do. We're gonna try to get the weight out of these cars, get them down to the minimum weight that they can be, because they're big block Chevrolets. 5-inch motor I know will make more power than the 4840 motor, or I think it will. That 4840 motor is making really good power and it's running really good. But it's not a 481X. It's not a Hemi. So we're going into this deal with a disadvantage. I think I'm, other than Dominator and maybe Jeff Lutz, I think we're about the only two that actually run big block Chevrolet motors anymore. Everybody's went to 481Xs and Hemis and all that, and 958s and 1125s and all that shit, but I'm gonna stick with my big block Chevrolets. For now, I mean, the cars are doing, that car's doing really well. I think this car is gonna do well. I don't know who I'm gonna put in this car or that car, or whichever one is the slower car. Even if this car is faster, it will have to be considerably faster for me to get out of Reaper in this final, because I want to prove to everybody, and I know every time I say this, everybody doubts it, but that's always been a #1 car, and there's just moments that it does not want to shine and moments that it does. Let's hope at the final this weekend, it's one of those moments that does want to shine. I'm going to take both cars to the track Wednesday. Is that when I got the track? Wednesday? Tuesday? Thursday? And do a little testing with it, and we will see from there what ends up happening. Some of the guys were complaining about the videos being the back tire. Here's the thing, guys. I do those videos for me to set the car up, not for entertainment purposes. There's Hammerhead. He's bringing his vet. So I am going to try to see if I can find somebody that'll take some videos of the pass in the car, where you guys can see the passes in the car. But I don't think I got anything else other than I need to get my ass back to work. We talked about the orange car. We talked about Reaper. Everybody sees the chaos. As usual, I'm out of time. And a lot of work to do and a short amount of time to do it in. So, how that works. So, and we still got to put the race trailer together and so on and so forth. So, I'm going to get back to work. Thanks, guys. There's your update. I don't know all that stuff that I'm supposed to say about what if you're watching it, you know what it is. You know what the YouTube channel is. But share it, like it, whatever you do on YouTube. Subscribe to it, whatever it takes. Because this is where I'm going to start doing everything at. We got, after the season finale, which is not this weekend, but next weekend, then the motor's on the way back for the Blue Chevy 2. My brother just acquired a truck from a friend of mine that we're fixing to go do some testing with it. A little big tire, full body, square body Chevy pickup, and we'll start doing the car builds and all that stuff. So I'm gonna really ramp it up on YouTube. I just gotta get this single season finale out of my way. Can't even talk today. I think I'm tired. I think I've been sniffing too much Loctite. All right, guys, I'm out. If you're in the area, if you're anywhere close to the season finale at Ennis, Texas, it would definitely be worth coming to watch, because I promise you, right now there's a lot of people that's really taking a hard second look at that car. They're hard looking at Axeman's car, and there's no telling. I promise you, Ryan Martin will send the rods through the pan and have every backup motor he's got to win this championship. And he's one of my best friends, and I hope he does. All I can say is he better not catch me in the final. Wow.